Why, hello there, my name is Simon and welcome to my YouTube channel. I like to make lots of content all about fitness, ice skating, and to be honest, just a bunch of random things. I just actually quite generally like talking to a camera. So anyway, if that's something that you would like to see more of, you can hit that subscribe button or like this video. But anyway, on to the video. So basically at the start of this year, I decided that I wanted to go on a bit of a weight loss journey, and a trainer that I followed on Instagram that I know that trains someone else was advertising that they were taking on clients, and one of the packages they offered was a sort of 12-week fitness, lifestyle, diet, healthy eating plan thing. And if I am completely honest, I have been loving it. I don't really love to talk about weight loss too much on the internet for obvious reasons. It can be quite an upsetting topic, and that's why I've been a little bit reluctant to talk about it, even though I've been enjoying it a lot. And I've been, like, if I'm really honest, I've been thriving. I think the fitness plan has been amazing for me. It's really helped me feel in control of what I'm eating. I've not been binging. I have a really bad problem with like overconsumption, and I feel like on this diet plan, I feel like it's just great and it's wonderful, and that's almost why I want to like talk about it. But I think I've decided I don't really want to go into a lot of details about my healthy eating lifestyle fitness plan, and I've got a couple of reasons as to why. So first reason of one of the reasons I wanted to speak about it is, like I just said, I really struggle with overconsumption and binging, and I have never in my life been able to follow a diet. Right at this current point in time, I am 9 weeks in, and yeah, I've had one or two like little tiny strays, but nothing even remotely close to a binge, and that is unheard of for me. I have never, and I mean never, stuck to a diet this long, and that's why I'm just like, I feel like wanting to talk about it would almost be like, if you've been in a similar situation to me, it could potentially be inspiring, or it could maybe just even be motivating to go and like, you know what, just because a diet has not worked for you in the past, it's maybe just not the right diet for you. And so that was one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it, because I thought it could maybe help someone. But, oh, Olive in the background. But yeah, like I said, there are more that's basically the only reason I would want to talk about it. There are many reasons as to why I do not want to talk about it. And one of the first reasons is basically the exact opposite of the first reason. It could inspire someone to do the same diet, but diets are so personal to the individual that it could be not the right diet from them. And I would want to talk about it more from, this is the diet that worked for me. You may be able to find a diet that works for you. But what would actually happen is people would go, that diet works for her, I'm going to do that. Whereas I am not a diet expert, I am not a nutrition expert, so I should not be giving out diet advice. And I'm worried that if I talk about my diet in too much detail, it would come across as diet and nutrition advice. Yes, my dog is rubbing her face on the bed as I'm speaking, but here we go. So anyway, that's like my first sort of problem, because, and that goes to say for like anything that you see on the internet, no random stranger on the internet should be giving you diet and nutrition advice unless they are qualified, and it should really be tailored to you. It should not be, oh, here's what I eat in a day, you copy that, because diets are very personal. It might not work for you. It might even be bad for you. So only take nutrition advice from people that are qualified to give it, is the reason for that. Next reason I'm a little bit reluctant to talk about my diet plan in too much details is because I would then basically be giving away, so I've paid a trainer, I've paid someone that is qualified in nutrition to create this diet plan for me, and if I was to give away too many details about what I'm doing, I'm basically giving away their like intellectual property, something that they have come up with for free when I'm not qualified to do so. Like, I think it's entirely different if I had a nutrition degree and created my own diet plan from that, then I can give that away. But the fact is, I paid someone for that. They want people to pay for that information because that's their job. So if I talk about it in too much detail, I'm just giving that information away, and I don't really have the right to do that, and that's not fair to someone I've trusted in and pay for their service, if that makes sense. Another reason I think I'd be reluctant to talk about it is talking about diets and weight loss on the internet is incredibly triggering. So I think in my situation, if I watched someone explain what I was doing in the sort of motivational of, oh, you can do it too, I think that would help me. But in the past, I've watched loads of what I eat in a day to sort of like inspire me for like recipe ideas, and I think that's totally fine. But I would often find them really, really triggering, because people would either eat food that I would perceive to be so little that I could never survive on it, or they would be eating so much that it would almost make me want to like binge. And so I just don't know how I feel about what I eat in a day videos. I think they can be done right, but just if I'm not in the right mental state, I could personally find them quite upsetting, and I don't want to do that. And my original thought of when I was going to do what I eat in a day video, it was literally just going to show you, but I wasn't going to talk about calories, I wasn't going to talk about macros, I wasn't going to talk about the weights, I was just going to say, this is the food. And then that was my other thought of protecting like the sort of intellectual property of the trainer that's gave me this plan. But the problem again with that is, then what's the point? Like, if I'm showing you a bowl of eggs, like, so I have eggs for breakfast, but if I'm showing you a bowl of eggs, like, what are you gaining from that? That could be 1 egg, it could be 5 eggs, it could be 17 eggs. Like, why do you kind of know or care? And what's so interesting about me going, I ate eggs for breakfast, without providing you any, like, nutritional information, if that makes sense? So because I wouldn't want to include that information in case it was, like, upsetting to people, kind of what's the point? And just in closing, I want to just sort of reiterate that you should not really be getting nutrition information or diet advice from unqualified people like myself. And you should also not really be getting that information from the internet. Like, there's a lot of really good dietitians and people that talk about studies and things on TikTok. Olive. That's very, very cute. But yeah, there's lots of people that talk about like really good like studies, and they'll give you actual proper like factual information on nutrition and diet, like diets on TikTok, and I think that's like really, really good resources. But even at that, if you watch these people, they are never specific, or they're never like that specific, because you really can't be, because there just is no one size fits all for any diet. Diets are so unbelievably personal. If you're wanting to drastically change your diet, if you're wanting to get into some sort of nutrition diet plan, whatever, speak to a professional, speak to someone who knows what they're doing, not just someone that goes, I lost weight, I can talk about that. And that's my sort of final closing point of, I didn't want to be one of those people where I'm like, oh, I lost X amount of weight, so now I'm going to tell you how to do it too, even though I'm completely unqualified and I would be stealing someone else's information. So that's why I really don't want to talk about my weight loss journey that much on YouTube. Like, I'm going to mention it. I've got some like sort of diet hack videos, either one's out, one's still to come out, and the purpose of those is it's just basically like food reviews that have helped me following it. Have helped what's grammar? Like, basically buying these products have made my diet more interesting, because it's like, yeah, are you understanding what I'm saying? So the one that's already out, it's like 0-calorie syrups. So I can add that to oats. And then that makes my oats more interesting. So it makes sticking to my diet easier, because then I'm not eating the exact same thing every single day. I've got a bunch of different flavours of syrups I can put onto my oats. So does that make sense? It's little food reviews that I've used to spice up my diet, if that makes sense. So yeah, one's already out, one's still to come out. And I feel like I'll talk about my diet in that sense, and that's maybe as much details I think I'm going to go into when it comes to my diet and healthy lifestyle thing. I might go into a little bit more about my weightlifting, but again, my trainer comes up with that program, so I feel like me giving the exact information that I train is sort of giving away his intellectual property, which doesn't seem fair. So I'll maybe talk about more like my progress, my views of it, and not really the details of the program, if that makes sense. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.